And a very good afternoon to you and welcome to Tang in County Westmeath for the Lidl Division 3 League semi-final involving Roscommon and Laois. Two teams that will know themselves quite well before the end of the season, as they're also to play in the Intermediate Championship a little bit later on. As we have an opportunity to look at the team selections here this afternoon, beginning with Laois going through their final paces under the watchful eye of manager Donny Brennan. The team is captained in the number 7 position by Laura Nerney. Behind her we have Amy Kelly, a useful player at left full-back. Full-back is Amy Potts. Further out the field, Fiona Dooley joins Jane Moore at midfield. Ava Galvin leads an attack that has Sarah Ann Fitzgerald and Mo Nerney in the full forward line. We now have an opportunity to switch our attention to the Roscommon starting selection. They are managed by Diane O'Hara. The team captained from the number 3 berth by Sinead Kenny. Half-backs quite useful, Saoirse Wynne, Sarah McVeigh and Rachel Brady. At midfield, Ellie Irwin and Laura Fleming. Leading the attack, Natalie McKeough, and named at full forward, Jennifer Higgins. Throwing time here in Tang, County Westmeath, on the border with Longford, is at 2 o'clock. The match to be refereed by Jonathan Murphy of Carlow. Jonathan Murphy is from the St Mullins Club in County Carlow. He made his debut as a referee on the club scene in 2008. He's been part of the national panel of referees since 2014. He will get us underway here at 2 o'clock. Donny Brennan is the manager of the Laois team, a fairly useful player in his own day, minor, under 20 and senior player of note with his county. Brennan won his All-Ireland medal at minor level way back in 2003. He also has 3 Leinster Championship medals to his credit as a quite useful player. The respective team captains for Laois, we have their fullback Sinead Kenny, and for Roscommon, Laura Nerney is the Laois captain rather, and Sinead Kenny is the captain of the Roscommon side. Good news for Roscommon through their captain and fullback Sinead Kenny of St Crone's. They have won the toss and they'll be opting to play left to right as we watch it in the opening 30 minutes of the match. In the middle of this group, 2 key players for Laois, namely their goalkeeper Emer Barry and Rachel Williams from the Shanahoe and Sarsfields club respectively. The other semi-final this afternoon in Division 3 is between Sligo and Kildare. They play simultaneously in Kiltoom. these are live pictures from Tang in County Westmeath ahead of the meeting of Laois and Roscommon in Division 3 of the Lidl National Football League of 2020. In a moment or two, Jonathan Murphy, the referee from St Mullins in Carlow, will get us underway. Roscommon in their familiar primrose and blue colours under the captaincy of fullback Sinead Kenny. Both teams dispersing so to take their places ahead of the action from Tang. Small little village on the border of Longford, but it is very much in County Westmeath. We're about to get underway here. Positional switch on the Roscommon team sees Jennifer Higgins come out to centre field. Laois midfield pairing is that as listed: Fiona Dooley and Jane Moore. Laura Fleming is the partner to Higgins at centre field for Roscommon. We're underway here in Tang. Jonathan Murphy, the match referee for Laois and Roscommon, to see which of these two teams will advance to the National League final next weekend, the other semi-final between Sligo and Kildare. Roscommon have early possession through Jennifer Higgins. Higgins now. Good support play available for Roscommon involving Sarah McVeigh, centre half back. McVeigh making nice little progress here on a nice afternoon in Tang for this semi-final tie. Ellie Irwin, midfielder, drops it through towards her inside forward line. Has been well cut out at the back by Clodagh Dunn. And Laois are building it down the field of play through Anna Healy. In the end, though, the ball won the race. Possession is for Roscommon, and for them it's Rachel Brady getting us back underway. Tasty ball inside to the advancing Ellie Irwin. Roscommon looking to create a chance for the opening point of the afternoon. Midfielder coming through. Layoff is quite effective. Here's Craig. A shot! Oh, my word. What a lively piece of action. It's out over the end line. But at 45, the goalkeeper for Laois, Emer Barry, earning her worth there. It was Joanne Craig that had the shot in on the goal, and it could well have been the first score, and if it had been, it would have been a goal. Well done, the goalkeeper. The resulting 45-metre kick to be taken by the corner forward Aisling Hanley for Roscommon. Floats it in towards the goal. The goalkeeper is under it, under a little bit of pressure inside Emer Barry, but manages to knock it away. Roscommon quite menacing in the early stages of this Division 3 tie in Tang. Line ball is for Roscommon. Available as ever, Joanne Craig teasing out the defence. Roisin Wen comes into the action from Boyle. This is Roisin Wen getting inside her opponent. This looks promising, and she has earned a free, and this is in a scoreable position for Roscommon. Rebecca Finan is the player entrusted this kick, and she's met it very, very well. The opening point of the afternoon, courtesy of the corner forward, Rebecca Finan, and it's Roscommon that lead in the early part. Laois now moving into the counter-attacking position. Jane Moore has set this one into the full forward line. A little bit of ball juggling inside, and Roscommon are recovering. Full back on duty, Sinead Kenny. Tidy play at the back by Niamh Feeney. Referee has seen it touched on the ground. It's going to be a free, and it's an outside chance for Laois. Very difficult angle though. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald gets us back underway. She's had a good league so far with a goal and 6, her contribution. This is the full forward. Back it comes to Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, just short. Taken on the goal line by Roscommon, and Helena Cummins gets it out to Sinead Kenny. Midfielders onto this one, Ellie Irwin. Roscommon now with a narrow lead here against Laois in what is a competitive match in Tyne. Roisin Wynn. There are options available. Coming through, Sarah McVeigh. Still Roscommon in possession. This one sprayed towards the right side of the attack. They're playing to the positions. Joanne Craig. This is still Craig for Roscommon. Very enterprising run. Roscommon in search of their second point of the day. And will it be supplied? No. Just short from Aisling Hanley. And the goalkeeper has been very much involved in the early part. That is Emer Barry. Back with the live action, and Ava Galvin. That was good hands by Anna Healy as the ball distributed through towards Sarah Ann Fitzgerald territory. Not there. First to it, Sinead Kenny. Sinead Kenny from St. Crohn's. She's also the full-back and captain. Now, Laois have created an opening. Leah Tarpey onto her right foot. The block down is effective. The rebound is still very much alive. Laois are looking for it with Fitzpatrick, and they will take their point. Mo Nerney and co capitalising on this occasion. Mo Nerney before today had 3 goals and 8 points to her credit. We're level. 6 minutes into a very lively first half. Roscommon trying to involve and do so Natalie McHugh. McHugh's release through towards Joanne Craig. Nice play. Midfielder Ellie Irwin. Here's the opportunity for Roisin Wynn. Roscommon are looking for a way through, and the full forward looking to be in on the scoring act, but Ginny Higgins hasn't found the range this time. Laois through their goalkeeper Emer Barry getting us back underway. Taken down by Laura Fleming for Roscommon. Jennifer Higgins, one of those involved in the action, so too Rachel Brady. Roscommon beginning to open up the defence. The referee has allowed play continue. It was Ginny Higgins and her colleagues that were looking for a free, none given. Amy Potts was the player that did her job very well at full back for Laois. And here they are now with Ava Galvin. Coming through, Rachel Williams. Williams for Laois. Looking for the return pass, mightn't work out just now. Leah Tarpey instead opts to go very, very high with this one. It's available, and Laois looking for the lead point. This one has been dropped just away towards the left from the boot of Mo Nerney. Playing 8 minutes of the opening half here in this Lidl Division 3 semi-final involving Roscommon and Laois. No separating the two teams at this stage. A lot of football to be played. Roscommon moving into the attack with their midfielder Ellie Irwin. Irwin has gained ground. Available is Laura Fleming. But there was an interception, and out it comes towards Fiona Dooley. Gathering for Roscommon, it's Sarah McVeigh. Nice ball. Roscommon have possession, and Joanne Craig. Her centre half forward Natalie McHugh is gaining ground. Still McHugh, but she's taken too much out of it. That's according to the match referee Jonathan Murphy of St Mullins's in Carlow. Laois managed to release it, and the referee has noticed that nudge in the back as well. Laois have us back underway, dropping deep to win it. Ava Galvin as ever, working it through the hands. Jane Moore has advanced the ball to Laura Nerney. She's the captain, and here is the skipper, Laura Nerney, looking for an opportunity, moving into a scoring position, meets support, finds the support. The final shot is in, and that's in the back of the net. The goal by Anna Healy from Park Rathnaska. A big score in the context of this match. Suddenly, Laois, who were down a point in the early part, now lead by 3, but here come Roscommon. Natalie McHugh has set it inside for Laura Fleming, and they've suddenly dropped it through. This looks encouraging for the goalkeeper. Has denied Rebecca Finan. Emer Barry is having a very good match, and I mean a very good match, in goal for Laois. Injury concern here to the goalkeeper on the Laois team from Shanahoe, namely Emer Barry. Laois team that are managed this season by Donny Brennan. Also involved with Donny this season, we have Maggie Murphy, Stephen Mulhall, Elaine Dempsey, Johnny Murphy and Conor Gorman. Goalkeeper is okay, that's good news for Laois. She has been such a key player for them. Suddenly Joanne Craig is onto it. Craig going for a goal and taking it superbly. Level now for the second time. We've had 2 goals here in Tang. Joanne Craig with the latest of those. Laois now swiftly transferring the ball through to the advancing Ava Galvin. Galvin is beginning to open up the defence. The advantage was not being allowed for. It is a free for Laois, and this is within range. More Nerney is to take the resulting free. Few players back on the goal line. Here's the opportunity, as you would expect from a player of the talent of Mo Nerney. She has kicked what is her second point of the day. Laois have edged their way in front. Roscommon gathering possession, and Saoirse Wynn. Well, she had for a moment, she's lost it. Laois have it. They're going to take it quickly. Aaron Fitzpatrick has knocked it through. Here's Mo Nerney. Nerney lays it off towards the right. And again, the Roscommon defence have been penalised. Mo Nerney will fancy her chances from here. She's smack in front of the uprights. If this goes over, it'll be a 2-point lead for Laois, and over she goes. Mo Nerney has now landed 3 points in this match to bring her league tally on to 3 goals and 11 points. Going long with the goal delivery, that's Helena Cummins. Reaches halfway, taken by Natalie McHugh. Roscommon are looking for support inside. Roisin Wen, one of the players making inroads against the Laois opposition. Natalie McHugh becomes involved. Here's Wen once again. Roisin Wen plays it short. Roscommon could do with a score. Full forward Higgins. To her right, Laura Fleming is the available player, going for the goal and taking it. Laura Fleming, a goal for Roscommon. And suddenly the lead has changed hands once again in Tang. Laois have taken possession through Fiona Dooley. Amy Kelly with this release through towards her attack. Galvin, quick hands. Here we have Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to the advancing Galvin, going for a goal. Surely the defender superb, Sarah McVeigh. Great game of football in Tang. As it stands, Roscommon in front, if only just, as we play maybe the 15th minute of the opening half. We had a brief stoppage as well to the injury picked up earlier by the Laois goalkeeper Emer Barry. Laois have brought play to the centre of the field, picked up by Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking for options, and with Laois there are always the players available, including Jane Moore. This is Moore to Ava Galvin, away towards the right, and Fitzgerald, Saran. Fitzgerald finding Mo Nerney. It's an outside opportunity for a point for Laois, but it's been dropped short, and the goalkeeper can take her time here, Helena Cummins. Roscommon are slowly coming out of defence thanks to Rachel Brady. Lee Feeney involved, so too Roisin Wen, and eventually he's been knocked away, and Roscommon from halfway can set it into the attack. The referee has indicated there's going to be a free as the player was releasing it, Natalie McHugh. She must have been fouled, and this is within range. Finan had a fine match against Down, in particular a goal in 3. She's had a couple of points in all the matches, and now she's kicked a very important point as well, her second of the afternoon here in Tang. Referee has stopped play. It's going to be the water break here in Tang. And at half time in the opening half, if you get my drift, it's Roscommon in front. It's Roscommon 2-2, Laois 1 goal and 3. Action restarts with the goalkeeper Emer Barry dispatching it out the field of play, but Roscommon are trying to beat her. It's not easy beat her. The referee has stopped play. There is an injury just off camera for the moment. A reminder, it's Roscommon to the good by a couple of points. It's Roscommon 2-2, Laois 1 goal and 3. We're just moments into the second quarter of this tie. Certainly Rory Quigley is quite prominent here in Tang this afternoon, what with his heating and plumbing contracting business. Jane Moore is okay once again. We're about to get underway with the goalkeeper Emer Barry from Shanahoe. No shortage of goalmouth drama at either end of the ground. We've had 3 goals, 2 of those for Roscommon, who lead by a couple of points as this ball dropped out towards midfield, taken by Laois, and the free earned by Anna Healy. Through as far as Rach Williams. Laois are gaining ground down the right flank of their attack as they go in search of a score to close the margin. Here's the opportunity, and the back of the net has been rattled once again. Well, the goals are raining down here in Tang, and that is a goal that has given Aaron Fitzpatrick, a huge lift to her personal confidence, and more importantly, from her perspective, her team lead by 1. Roscommon are fighting their way back once again. Laura Fleming has been fouled. It's a free for Roscommon. This is a lively match. Substitution on the Roscommon team sees the introduction of Rachel Fitzmaurice of St. Kieran's. Substitution, Sarah McVeigh of St. Barry's is making her way off the field of play as we watch the flight of the ball. And is this a point? It's very close. The umpire is about to call it wide. It was touch and go, but it isn't inside the right hand upright. That had been an opportunity to level the match here in Tang, but as it stands, it's Laois in front, if only just. A solitary point between the two teams. Laois bringing play towards halfway. The referee says there's nothing untoward about all of that action, but there is this time. It's a free for Roscommon. The new player brought to the ground, Rachel Fitzmaurice. Roscommon looking for options up front. The ball knocked through by Joanne Craig. Craig has the return pass and she's on her way once again. Still Craig looking for a way through. She was being impeded. Roscommon have a free within possible range. And if this goes over, we'll be level once again. In search of her third point today, Rebecca Finan. She has struck this one sweetly, and there's no doubt about it. It's smack between the uprights. We're level between Laois and Roscommon in the Lidl Division 3 semi-final. No separating them. A little over 20 minutes played in the opening half. Laois midfielder unable to be at the end of that one. Jane Moore. It's going to be a line ball for Roscommon. These two teams will meet in the championship as well. They have been grouped alongside Kildare. Rachel Fitzmaurice. Too much weight in that one. Possession is with Laois through a line ball. Ball sent out towards midfield. Roscommon's trying to claim it initially through Rachel Brady, but it's Laois that are better to it, and they've dispatched it down towards the full forward. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald not first to it. Free for Roscommon. They can slow things down now. Fairly hectic. Very warm afternoon. The sun isn't out, but it is quite clammy. Rachel Fitzmaurice and co. Full back involved. She's also the captain, Sinead Kenny. Kenny engaging Rachel Brady. Roscommon at halfway coming through for them. Rachel Fitzmaurice. Fresh pair of legs transferred down towards the corner. That means Aisling Hanley territory. Hanley is there. Good pickup. Full forward involves herself. That's Jennifer Higgins for a moment. Finan looking for a way through on the left side of the Roscommon attack. Support is needed. Under pressure. Roisin Wynn, the player to pick it up. Mopped up now by Higgins. Roscommon are going through in search of a point for the lead score. Denied by the upright, my word. And back it falls towards Ellen Healy. Alicia getting it away, and Rachel Williams, the team's level. Coming towards midfield, now released through by Rachel Williams. Referee has spotted an infringement. It goes against the advancing side, and so that means possession for Roscommon. Rachel Fitzmaurice brings play to the available Joanne Craig. Ellen Irwin. Still Irwin. Pass perhaps a fraction too high, but it's well fielded by Laura Fleming. Foul going against Ellen Healy of Portlaoise, the centre half back on the Laois team. Laura Fleming floats this one through, an inviting ball for Jennifer Higgins. Higgins teasing out the defence. The support is available, and Roscommon are in front. Rebecca Finan, her 4th point of the day. So Roscommon edge their way in front here. Ball brought out towards midfield. Roscommon have it. This is with Joanne Craig. Nice tasty ball inside. Roscommon corner forward Aisling Hanley has found Natalie McHugh. Tidy defensive play. Full forward Higgins has released it inside. Here's an opportunity of a goal. It's gone high though. It was high from the boot of the attacker Roisin Wen, who had been in search of her 2nd goal. Time-wise, maybe 6 minutes or so to go to the half-time break here in Tang, in what is a very eventful Lidl Division 3 semi-final between Roscommon and Laois. Roscommon with the lead, a narrow one by a solitary point, as they earn this valuable free deep inside their own defence. They've taken it smartly towards halfway. Rachel Brady. This is Rebecca Finan, a long way out from her corner forward position. In the end, it's McHugh that has released it through towards the corner of Hanley. Aisling Hanley. Tight marking at the back as it comes towards Higgins. Higgins' shot has been blocked. She may have picked up an injury. Play has been allowed to continue, and it's Laois moving out of their defence through Rachel Williams, bringing play to centre field. Arone Fitzpatrick, a goal scorer already in this match, is on her way. She's gained a lot of ground. They're gone inside the 45. Are Laois. Centre half forward available, Galvin. Here's the final effort. In she goes and over the crossbar. Leah Tarpey with her 1st point of the day. No separating them. Laois 2-4, Roscommon 2-4. As there is an injury on the Roscommon side that results in a brief stoppage in play, but hopefully the player that's down, which I reckon is Jennifer Higgins, will be okay. Inside the closing 5 minutes of the opening half here in Tang, County Westmeath, in the Lidl Division 3 semi-final level. Roscommon 2-4, Laois 2-4. The other semi-final, by the way, ongoing, involving Sligo and Kildare. The winners of both semi-finals will contest the final next weekend. In terms of the league campaign to date, Roscommon, for their part, they beat Fermanagh, beat Down, but then lost to Sligo. Laois wins over Kildare and Longford before losing last time out to Wicklow, 2-9 to 1-11, a game which they reckon they could have won but didn't. Running repairs continuing for Roscommon. A lot of work going in to Roscommon football under the management of Diane O'Hora this season. Meanwhile, we're back underway. Ball pretty close to us, but the ball has won the race despite the best effort of the Roscommon midfielder Laura Fleming to keep it in play. Fiona Dooley, nice thump of the ball through invitingly towards her half-forward line. Hasn't worked out for them, but it might have the second time of asking through full forward Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. She's done exceptionally well. Leah Tarpey. Tarpey is away for Laois, opening up the Roscommon defence. Nice clever ball in towards the corner. Chance of a goal. Brilliant. Mo Nerney, her 4th goal of the league. Now Laois jump into a 3-point lead. Roscommon trying to respond to that heavy blow of conceding a goal. They're going the right way about it. Roscommon in possession. Roisin Wynn. Wynn looks for the return pass. Here's Rebecca Finan. Finan looking for options inside. It has worked out, if only just for Jennifer Higgins to lay it off to the centre half forward. Natalie McHugh's effort has been well blocked. Laois are in a good position at the back through Ellen Healy. And they are suddenly at midfield. And now transferred through towards Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Taken by Roscommon in defence. And they've also won a very important free. Roscommon releasing it towards midfield where they find Natalie McHugh. Coming through, it's Rachel Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice is on her way. This looks encouraging for Roscommon, finding Laura Fleming. Fleming really going for a score herself. Now available is her full forward, Higgins. To the corner, here's an opportunity of a point for Roscommon, but just wide. Rebecca Finan had an opportunity. We're playing stoppage time at the end of the opening half of this Lidl Division 3 semi-final in Tang. Laois leading by 3 points. Falls nicely for Jane Moore. Moore pops it down the right side of her attack. The full forward line for Laois have been quite prominent today. They've been quite prominent throughout the league campaign. Knocked through is by Mo Nerney. Coming through is Fitzpatrick. The shot goes in and a good point taken. Alone Fitzpatrick has a goal and 1 in this match. Not the best of goal deliveries away, and she knows it only too well, Helena Cummins. Laois with this ball. Leah Tarpey has knocked it through, taken down by Niamh Feeney, who's having a reasonably good match at right corner back. Niamh Feeney of Tulsk. She has it back. Ball sent through towards Rebecca Finan. Cut out of the back by Amy Potts, the full back for Laois. Finding support with Laura Nerney. Laois will be looking to increase their advantage before the half-time whistle is sounded by match referee Jonathan Murphy. But Roscommon will be looking to increase their score before the half-time break as well. It's Rachel Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice is away. There's a bit of an opening here for her. Still Fitzmaurice now needs support. It's available with Rebecca Finan. She's tossed it through. The midfielder is onto it, and that's a free going against Laura Fleming. late substitution in this opening half for Roscommon sees the introduction of Michaela McHugh from Kilglass Gales. Rebecca Finan is the player that has made way for the introduction of the new player for Roscommon. Laois in possession back there with Anna Healy. Ava Galvin and co are playing well. Laois with the ball and Fiona Dooley. Dooley knocks it away towards the right. Intelligent ball through towards Mo Nerney. Nerney looking to move into a scoring position onto her left boot. Drops it in towards the goal. It hasn't found the range from the boot of Mo Nerney, but still a goal and 3 in the first half. She'll be pretty chuffed with her performance. Ball booted out the field by Roscommon, reaches Saoirse Wynne. Wynne tries to find Roisin, hasn't worked out. Laois going on the counter-attack through their full forward Sarah Ann Fitzgerald onto her right boot, clipping it in towards the goal. The goalkeeper calls it good, Helena Cummins. To Ellen Irwin. Roscommon now pushing into the attacking side of the ground with our new player Michaela McHugh. McHugh's release inside, perhaps aimed at Joanne Craig. Cut out, and Laois are trying to go on the counter-attack. It hasn't worked out for them. Here's Aisling Hanley. Hanley for Roscommon with her left boot, driving it in towards the goal, but it's wide. Referee Jonathan Murphy calls an end to a very enjoyable first half in this Lidl Division 3 semi-final between Roscommon and Laois. It's Laois that lead at half-time. They're to the good by 4 points. The half-time score in Tang, County Westmeath. Laois 3-5, Roscommon 2-4. Jonathan Murphy from the St Mullins Club in County Carlow is back out for the second half here in Tang. It's the Lidl Division 3 semi-final between Laois and Roscommon, with Laois enjoying the advantage on a scoreline of Laois 3-5, Roscommon 2 goals and 4. We'll be back underway in about a few moments' time here for the second half. Roscommon, the first of the two teams to come out from the half-time break. They went down towards the dressing room area, whereas Laois stayed on the field of play. Anyhow, Roscommon back out, Laois breaking away, and they're ready to start as well. What you could term a soft breeze here in Tang. It will slightly favour Laois in the closing 30 minutes. They're the side that lead by 4 points in the semi-final of the Lidl Division 3 League Football of 2021. Referee Jonathan Murphy gets us underway for the second half. Laois player goes to ground, but thankfully she's quickly back on her feet is Jane Moore. Now Roscommon in possession and Laura Fleming. They'll be looking for a good start to this second half. Michaela McHugh. Here is Fleming. Fleming is looking for a way through for a shot at possible a goal. Her colleague inside has gone to ground. That appeared to be McHugh. There is no free, and Laois are the team emerging with it. Here's Jane Moore. She's set the ball on the way, and Laois on a journey downfield through Amy Potts. Her big ball pops down towards full forward. That was Fitzgerald. Here's midfielder Dooley towards her right. The interception was key, and out it comes towards Ellen Irwin. Ellen Irwin for Roscommon. The advantage is being allowed. Now for the use of the advantage for Roscommon, Sinead Kenny. Now the free has been awarded. Roscommon are in possession, and Laura Fleming. Rachel Fitzmaurice drives it down the field, and it may fall kindly for Michaela McHugh. It did for just a moment. Laois are emerging with it through their centre half back. Healy, Ellen Healy, brings play towards midfield. The interception by Roscommon and Rachel Fitzmaurice. Still Fitzmaurice for Roscommon. Good interception by Laois through Laura Nerney. Jane Moore looking for options as she carries the ball a good 10, 15, 20 yards. Laura Nerney was available. Inside to Anna Healy. Laois looking for a good start to the second half to build on their half-time interval lead of 3-5 to 2-4. Here's the opportunity for the corner forward. She has kicked it just away towards the left as Aisling, or rather Mo Nerney. We're back underway. Referee gives the free. This is a free for Roscommon inside their own half of the pitch as they knock it down the field towards Roisin Wynn. Wynn for Roscommon to her centre half forward Natalie McHugh. McHugh looking for options inside. As ever, it's Jennifer Higgins. Higgins full forward for Roscommon. They're looking for a goal and they're going the right way about it, only for the goalkeeper Emer Barry to make the save from Joanne Craig. Still, Laois now recovering in defence and moving into the counter-attack through Amy Potts. Laois working it through the hands to involve Rowan Fitzpatrick. A goal score for them in the opening half. Toe pokes it away. Here's Nerney. Mo Nerney has found her opposite corner forward, who clips it in towards the goal, and a delightful second point by Leah Tarpey. Tarpey, a key player with Sarsfields. Out the field of play it goes for Roscommon to Laura Fleming. Roscommon working hard to try and keep this one in play, but unable to be at the end of that one. Jennifer Higgins from Clonagale. Line ball is for Laois through Clodagh Dunn of Ballyroan. Clodagh Dunn transfers the ball down towards centre field, and that's Ava Galva that was attempting to be at it. Now Roscommon have picked up the pieces and they're moving into attack. An encouraging ball inside. The goalkeeper comes out and the ball has been touched to the back of the net. It's a goal for Roscommon. A goal for Roscommon. Game very much bang on. The goal will be credited to Aisling Hanley of Kilbride. Roscommon bringing it down, and they are in possession with Irwin. This is Ellie Irwin, nice release through. Roscommon are enjoying a good start to this second half. Roisin Wen looking for support and has found that once again through Irwin. Now it reaches McHugh. Her shot is in towards the goal and it's very, very good. A great passage of play here for Roscommon. Small bit of confusion as to the exact score here in Tang. Laois were 3-5 to 2-4 in front at half time. They did at a point through Leah Tarpey to bring their tally on to 3 goals and 6 for Roscommon. They were on 2-4 at half time, so they are on 3-5. It is correct that Laois are in front by a point. It's Laois 3-6, Roscommon 3-5. Roscommon going in search of the equalising point. Higgins transferring it across the field of play. In comes Roisin Wen. Nice little layoff. Here's the opportunity for that levelling point. It's magnificent from Aisling Hanley. We are now level yet again in Tang. It's Laois 3-6, Roscommon 3-6. The wind in the sails of Roscommon over the last maybe 7-8 minutes or so. Roscommon have possession through Ellen Irwin. She's dropped it away towards the right. This looks encouraging for Roisin Wen. Working it through the hands, touching it towards the goal. Last that touches was Natalie McHugh. Laois were equal to that danger. Now they're bringing the ball swiftly out the field of play. Orla Hennessy, a half-time replacement involved. So too Fitzpatrick, she's gone to ground, but she's quickly back and in possession. Rowan Fitzpatrick. Laois going in search of what would be the lead score here in Tang. A thoroughly enjoyable Division 3 semi-final. Laois holding on to it with Orla Hennessy coming through for Laois, and an opportunity of a point, and it's good. It is very, very good by Rowan Fitzpatrick. We're back underway, and the ball reaches the Roscommon centre field player Laura Fleming of St. Kieran's. Needed the support of Rachel Brady. Suddenly it's transferred to Natalie McHugh, making progress Megan Kelly. Kelly has engaged Michaela McHugh. McHugh in turn finds her midfielder Irwin inside to the centre half forward. Her shot resulting in a goal. Natalie McHugh, a goal for Roscommon, their fourth of the day, and they now lead by 2. There have been plenty of scores here in Tang this afternoon. Laois looking for a score themselves to reduce the margin. Working its way towards Fitzpatrick, but Roscommon are solid in defence. Ball cannoned out towards Ellen Irwin. Irwin drops it through. Good feeling by Jennifer Higgins. She's fouled. Roscommon have a free. They were going to take it quickly, but now they've decided just to slow things down. Roscommon are happy, none more so than Diane O'Hora, their team manager. Free has been taken short for Roscommon. They're looking for it back. They're working their way for a score. They've worked hard for it, but it has arrived from the boot of Laura Fleming, who had her best match for Roscommon this season when scoring 2-3 against Fermanagh. The take is by Laois at midfield with Jane Moore. Moore on her way, so too is Rachel Williams. Williams transfers it through towards her inside forward line. Laois are looking for something with a result with a point, denied by the uprights. A lively match in Tang. It certainly has been that right from the very, very start. Roscommon switching it into Natalie McHugh, who in turn has released it to Michaela McHugh. This is full forward Higgins. Jennifer Higgins. Ginny Higgins is looking for a way through, fires it in, and will settle for a very tasty point. Roscommon had trailed at half-time by 4 points. Now, amazingly, they lead by 4 points. Laois now tossing it in towards the centre, and an inviting ball for their captain Lauren Nerney. Plays her club football with Foxrock Cabinteely in Dublin. Now Laois holding onto the ball with Orla Hennessy. Hennessy, the advantage has been allowed as they work their way through towards the 20. Chance of a goal. The goalkeeper producing a blinding save. That's Helena Cummins. And the end result is that Roscommon have a free out. Roscommon from defence coming through midfield with Rachel Fitzmaurice. Good layoff to Laura Fleming. Fleming, no more than 40 metres out from the goal, dispatches it towards the right, coming through Roisin Wen. Higgins, Jennifer Higgins on the score sheet already in this closing half, has released it inside, and bang, goal. Laura Fleming. Laura Fleming at the end of that great passage of play, ending with a goal for Roscommon. She is now hit 1-1 this afternoon. Substitution on the Laois team. Leah Tarpey is the player that has made way. Laois have us back underway. It's Emer Barry that has knocked the ball outfield. Jane Moore is on her way. The advantage going in favour of the midfielder. End result is it's a free. It's taken too quickly. Laois in possession, pretty close to us here. Jane Moore knocks it through, but it's the other number 9, Laura Fleming, that read it best. Ellen Irwin back towards Fleming. Fleming drops it through to her inside forward line, hasn't worked out, and Laois are bringing the ball out through Amy Potts. On their way, Eva Galvin, clever little ball inside towards Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. The full forward, has looking for an option, but there wasn't any option there, and Roscommon are crowding in and managing to drive the ball out the field of play with Rachel Fitzmaurice, who's played well since her introduction in the opening half. Roscommon have gained considerable ground here with Joanne Craig. Still it's Roscommon, and this is Natalie McHugh. Just inches wide, only inches in it. It could so easily have been an 8th goal of the day and a 6th for Roscommon. Emer Barry feeds it away out the field of play. Her right full back, Clodagh Dunn, involved. Roscommon are playing the better of the two sides in this third quarter. There's little doubt about this one. It's going to be a free. The free is for the team playing in the primrose and blue. Substitution on the Roscommon team. It's Roscommon with possession, and Rachel Fitzmaurice is going to take the resulting free. Jenny Higgins being applauded off the field of play. Sinead Glennon, it appears, is the new player that's in for Roscommon, who have now won themselves a free. The aforementioned Glennon has won that, and she's taken it very, very smartly. Here's the final effort, thumped in towards the goal, but it's not headed in the right direction. The effort was by Aisling Hanley, who's had a goal in the third quarter. This is the water break that has been called for in Tang, County Westmeath. The Lidl Division 3 semi-final. 5-8 for Roscommon, Laois 3-7. A little bit premature. Play has been allowed to continue, and it's Laois now. That should be a Laois line ball, and it is. Oh, it's actually going to be a Roscommon line ball. Anyhow, Roscommon in possession with Joanne Craig. Craig strokes it through towards her full forward line, trying to make an impression is Sinead Glennon. Sinead Glennon just ran out of time. The ball was thrown up to the advancing Aisling Hanley. Referee Jonathan Murphy was wise to that. Now we do have the water break, at which stage it's Roscommon leading Laois 5-8 to 3-7. Roscommon will be the much happier of the two teams, but there's plenty of football to be played for in this Division 3 semi-final to see which of the two teams will make it through to next weekend's final, where it will either be Sligo or Kildare. 7 points behind Laois. They need to get going. They need to kick-start their challenge once again fairly rapidly here. However, it's Roscommon that have taken it down with Laura Fleming. Fleming is onto it once more. Nice tasty ball through. At the end of it, Sinead Glennon sprayed towards the right, touch too high, coming through Ellen Healy for Laois, involving her centre half forward Ava Galvin. Nice play, Rachel Williams. They're moving swiftly forward, Laois, who are in search of the goal. Galvin away towards the left. She's looking for the return pass. No need of it. What a great finish. Mo Nerney's goal lifts Laois onto 4-7. It's Laois once more, slipping it through to Mo Nerney onto her left boot. Is it good? It's extra good. And now, all of a sudden, just 3 points between Laois and Roscommon. Roscommon in front. Possession for the Connacht side. Laura Fleming fouled. She takes the free. And she has involved Rachel Fitzmaurice. Here's Fleming once more. Her team to the good by 3 points. Running away from her. She's fortunate. It's a free for Roscommon. Roscommon leading with a little over 10 minutes of normal time to go here in Tang. Roscommon 5-8, Laois 4 goals and 8. Laois substitute as well. The new player is Andrea Morn of Ballyroan. So can she make an impression for Laois, namely Andrea Morn? Live action. Free for Roscommon, 35 metres off of the goal, has been swung towards the left. The effort was by Laura Fleming. Laois adrift by 3 points. Play coming up towards midfield, and for Laois in possession, Rowan Fitzpatrick. Now it's Jane Moore. Moore has been fouled. Free is for Laois. They've taken it quickly, have Laois. This is to Ava Galvin. Laois looking for a 3-pointer. Here the shot, just inches over the crossbar. Orla Hennessy with the rasper. There are 2 points between the two teams. Roscommon edging it. Roscommon sending play towards halfway. Laois cutting it out through Rachel Williams. Here is Erin Fitzpatrick as to Anna Healy. going through Rachel Williams. Laois are looking for a way through. There isn't a fair one. He was pretty close to being a penalty. It's just a regular free. Laois in possession, and Moernerney is going to take this free as Roscommon are reduced in numbers. A dismissal. Referee Jonathan Murphy has reduced Roscommon to 14 clears for the rest of this encounter. Back at the ranch, Moernerney to take this resulting free, stroking it over the crossbar. Moernerney, as you would expect, has scored. The player sent off for Roscommon, Megan Kelly. Very high scoring match here. Laois have moved on to 4 goals and 10. Roscommon are on 5 goals and 8. That's Roscommon by a solitary point. Plenty of confusion in Tang because the scoreboard is different, but we do make it. A point between the two teams. Roscommon leading time-wise. Well, it's all important. 7 minutes of actual time, but there will be more because we had a couple of stoppages. Roscommon under pressure because they're down a player as well. Roscommon have the ball, and for them it's Joanne Craig. Craig has released it through towards Roisin Wynn. Win for Roscommon, making ground, making tidy ground. McHugh becomes involved, so too Natalie McHugh. McHugh is being wheeled around. She's forced to release it. Roisin Wynn to Fleming. Fleming with a high effort in towards the goal. Not just good enough. Roscommon management are claiming it was a point, and so we do have a stoppage anyhow. Anxious times for the Roscommon management team. Bilal Mourne of Ballymore is certainly keen to make a presence here in Tang. He was claiming it was a point. We're going to get back underway in a moment or two, and it's going to be a goal delivery from the Laois goalkeeper, Emer Barry. Emer Barry surveying her options. She needs to go long. Nobody's coming for it. She has to go long, and she has gone long, and she has found her intended target, Rachel Williams. Away goes the centre half back, Ellen Healy. Healy for Laois. Williams for Laois. Laois have it as far as Orla Hennessy, who has chipped in with a point in this closing half. Still it's Hennessy meandering her way through. The opportunity falls the way of the corner forward, who hasn't quite found the range this time, Moernerney. Helena Cummins boots the ball a good distance out the field of play. Laois are trying to pick it up, and they do so with their captain Laura Nerney. Laois are going in search of the equalising points. They're going the right way about it. Here's Ellen Healy. Healy, it's opening up for her. Her shot off the crossbar. And is it good for a point? It is. We're level. We are level. We make it between Roscommon and Laois. goal kick out, not going the way of Roscommon. It's Laois with the advantage. The last few scores have fallen the way of Laois. They are in possession once again. Here's Andrea Moore. Moore looking for a way through on the right flank. Squeezes in her shot, but it just dribbles towards Helena Cummins. Ball goes loose. Laois have it. Well, at least they had it for a moment. Now Roscommon are moving from defence outfield. Roscommon, as we go in search of the winning score for either Laois or Roscommon, extra time could possibly beckon in Tang. Roscommon firing it down the field of play. Laois have picked it up nicely with Ellen Healy. Roscommon are losing a little bit of their rhythm. Not losing their rhythm are Laois. Here's Rachel Williams. Williams has slipped inside her marker. The advantage is going the way of Laois. The final shot is excellent. Anna Healy has given her team the lead. Roscommon losing out. It was a late hand. The late hand was on Orla Hennessy. The free will be going the way of Laois. The resulting free is for Laois. Opposite us here in the stand area of Tang. It has been taken for Laois by Alone Fitzpatrick. Laois are on their way. They lead by a solitary point. Here's the shot fired in towards the goal. It's just short. Taken by the goalkeeper, Helena Cummins. Roscommon in possession, deep inside their own defence with Rachel Fitzmaurice forced to drop it back, and out it comes to Ellen Irwin. Coming through and a long way out from her full-back position is the captain. Pass goes astray. Sinead Kenny. It's going to be advantage to Laois. We're moving ever so close to stoppage time. Laois leading by a single point in an ultra exciting Lidl senior football semi-final of Division 3. The take is good by Roscommon at the back by Christine Byrne. Nia Feeney drops it out the field. Roscommon now have to go in search of the equalising point late on. Joanne Craig. Roscommon working it through the hands. Ellen Irwin from St. Folia's. To the attacking 45, to Laura Fleming. In turn, it's Roisin Wen has found an available midfielder, but unfortunately for her, Ellen Irwin, it's not on target. Substitution for Laois. Kate Jacob is the new player that has been sent in to this great match. Possession for Laois, their goalkeeper Emer Barry. Outfield it reaches Jane Moore. Moore has gained a little bit of ground. Every bit of ground is valuable. Such is the lateness of the timepiece. Galvin. Anna Healy has slipped it back. Here's the effort from Fitzpatrick. Brilliant. Alone Fitzpatrick. Still, as every team knows, a 2-point lead is also a very dangerous one. In possession, Roscommon. They've won it free at the back and on a great ball away. Rachel Williams. Mo Nerney going through. Still Nerney. The advantage has been allowed. The wing back to give them a 3-point lead, and she's done it. Laura Nerney. What an inspirational point by the captain. Roscommon forced to try and win it. Christine Byrne for them, knocks it away towards midfield. It's available for Laois. Time is also on their side as they enjoy this 3-point lead. Aaron Fitzpatrick away towards Ava Galvin. There with her is Sinead Kenny. A reminder, Roscommon have been down a player as well for the last 10 minutes or so. Laois working away through towards Orla Hennessy, already in on the scoring act in this closing half. This time her shot is being blocked, and Roscommon living ever so dangerously at the back. Roscommon away, they must go for a goal. They're out around midfield. It's Natalie McHugh that has set this one up inside for Sinead Glennon. Glennon for Roscommon, they have to go for a goal. Glennon running out of space, has to release it, but she has. Sinead Glennon teasing out the Laois defence. Ellen Irwin has brought it to Laura Fleming. Fleming onto her right boot. The end result is that it's wide. Very late on in this match. Could we have more drama in Tang? This is the Lidl Division 3 semi-final. Laois looking ever so close to being in the final next weekend. Ball spins loose. There's still a chance for Roscommon. Roscommon have it with Ellen Irwin. Looking for support, Rachel Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice for Roscommon. To the attacking 45 and through it she goes. Joanne Craig to Michaela McHugh to Ellen Irwin. They have to work her through. Laois have dropped players back. Roscommon are 3 points down. The advantage is going the way of Roscommon. It has to go low, but it's gone high. They'll have to settle for a point, and that's Laura Fleming with a goal and 2 now in the match. Laois enjoying a 2-point lead. Ball goes out the field of play, and the advantage is for the team that lead by those couple of scores. Orla Hennessy. Laois releasing it inside. A nice ball to Mo Nerney. What about the finish? It perhaps is good enough to send Laois through to the final. Aoife Curran with her first point since being introduced. But she has done well in the league campaign so far. A goal and 3 before she was sent in. And that is it. It's all over. A terrific game of football between Roscommon and Laois. But at the end of the day, it's Laois that are through to the Lidl Division 3 final next weekend. Well done, Roscommon. You provided lavish entertainment here in Tang, County Westmeath. The final scoreline, an amazing one. Huge scoring. Laois 4 goals and 15. Roscommon 5 goals and 9.